Patrick Riggins Show. Call in now, 865-243-TALK. That's 243-8255. And now your host, Patrick Riggins.
You are listening to the Patrick Riggins Show, where if it takes forever, I will die trying to make everyone understand the true American way, the true American spirit that made this country great. Assisting me in this noble endeavor is the dominating radio station of this area, WNOX FM 100.3. We are pouring out 100,000 watts of RF power, enabling us to be heard in parts of 5 southeastern states and 2 time zones. We are also broadcasting worldwide via the internet. All you need to do is tune in. There is to bring up your web browser and type in www.wnoxfm.com. There you can watch and listen to this show being broadcast courtesy of our in-studio webcam. If you have a slow computer or just now getting your web browser up because of that slow computer, that address again is wnoxfm.com. If you're watching on the internet, you'll see me sitting here at the microphone and another person to my left who appears to be trying to stay awake. That person is Tori, our show producer, who you hear all through the shows on Sunday. And I was listening to you earlier, and you sounded like you were actually with us. Like that gig last night didn't take it all out of you. Or is that just caffeine?
Yeah, I woke up since then. Wheeling and dealing this morning. I wasn't as sharp, but it was a late night last night.
Yeah. And Tori, for those of you who haven't been listening, played. He's in a band called Courtyard, and they played at the Well last night. So I guess it's a good gig.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, thanks to those who came out. But the other bands, Gorilla Sons and Phoenix Bloom, both really, really good bands. I mean, everybody just really kicked it last night. It was fun had by all.
Yes, unlike Saturday, earlier that day, Saturday.
Yes, it was a bit of a morning. and Patrick did not show up for his autograph session again.
Again, I was flaking out. That's what happens when you achieve this celebrity status. You start, I don't have to show up for that.
Yeah, you're going to start getting your fans angry at you.
Pulling the Lindsay Lohan.
Up, yeah. Because, these fans, they come out, they plan it all week.
Yeah.
They can't wait to get there to meet you and have you sign their
and you sure
stuff
they weren't
and
mistaken.
Kiss their babies.
I think they would show up because they thought, when David Posey was out here, they thought it was him. And now I think they get me confused with Spanky Brown.
No, it's you. They were chanting your name, Patrick. They wouldn't let no bands go on stage until you can. It was awful. It was ugly.
Were they holding though pitchforks and torches though? That's a different kind of chant.
No, that was the UT crowd after the Florida game.
Yeah. They were marching down Cumberland with pitchforks.
That was Dooley's fan base at the moment. So. But no, thank you for everybody that came out.
Yeah, that's again, and we'll keep you apprised. Is anything on the horizon?
Nothing on the books, either band. So a little bit of a break, little downtime.
Yeah, well, you need that every once in a while.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy lately as far as that goes. So,
all right. Well, again, thank you for tuning into the show this week. Each week, I like to thank you, the listening audience, for making this show so successful. Our numbers grow every week, and that is a testament to the effectiveness of this radio show and the impact it is having on the listeners. This week, we have had a lot going on, and I'll try to get to as much of it as I can. I talk about events from a perspective that you're not going to get it anywhere else. I don't really know why that is. I come at things from the side of truth and the Constitution, and you would think that would be the default thinking. But listening to the news day in and day out, it really isn't. As this show gets more popular and I get recognized on the street more and more, frequently the conversation evolves from, hey, I love the show, to questions about the content. And one question that pops up sometimes is why I try to cover so many topics during my 1 hour show. Why don't I just limit it to one topic? Many show hosts will take a show subject and make it last well, heck, 2 hours of a 3-hour show. I really don't see a need for that. I think that is a waste of your valuable time. I am here to educate and inform, not educate like in college where they chew up your time and money requiring you to take needless classes, but educate with an eye towards efficiency. I want you to get good information so you can make good decisions. And doing that does not require hours and hours of mindless blather to cover something that is mostly cut and dried. For instance, I'm not going to sit here and talk about why we shouldn't take money from one citizen and give it to another. That there should not be any debate on that subject. We just don't have time to beat these dead horses. This is a problem we are having in this country today. Everyone wants to sit around and they want to talk about problems instead of doing something about it. This is one of the key obstacles that results when you have a bunch of academics in politics. You see, they are used to sitting around having debates and high-minded discussions and not making things happen. I believe this audience is different. It's a group of doers, not just talkers. They want to get together and make the necessary changes needed in this country. They are wanting to save America before it is too late. All of these debates and discussions really can be solved with just one question. Is it constitutional or not? If not, then we shouldn't be doing it. This is what these presidential election boils down to. Which candidate is going to respect the Constitution? If you listen to what they're saying, then it's neither the Democrat nominee nor the Republican nominee for sure. But to listen to the commentators on either side, it's going to be Armageddon if one or the other is elected or reelected. But what if we elect one or the other and nothing changes? Andrew Napolitano wrote a column, and his column involved a series of questions. One of them was, what if the principal party's candidates for president really agree more than they disagree? What if they both support the authority of the federal government to spy on Americans without search warrants? And he continues on and goes through a column on this, and we'll put this on our Facebook page. He wants you to think about these questions and realize there isn't a whole lot of difference between the two of them. And what we need to do is basically get Congress and pressure them to make these changes because they're the ones who ultimately are in charge anyway. I've covered a lot of these ideas on this show over the past spring and summer, and I'll continue to discuss them even after this election. But I think it's important you think about these types of questions. Even though both sides, as I said, preach doom and gloom should the other win election, just remember it is Congress that can stop all this. Congress has the final say. So we are up on the first break in the show. We'll have a lot more. We'll get started right after these messages. This is Patrick Riggins on The Patrick Riggins Show. We'll be back after these messages.